live. New Tate at 11 starts now.
Hi, everybody. We have a lot to get to tonight. We're going to start with some strong, wild weather in our state.
Rain and whipping winds causing some problems tonight. Our team coverage begins with meteorologist Jeff Fox.
Yeah, some places have had some tree limbs down. I know they've had some in Madison this evening. Some strong gusty winds gusting between 30 and 40 miles an hour in parts of the state. We're not done yet. There's still more to come. Let me show you what's going on.
Connecticut. He said he's being badly outspent by his Republican opponent, but he also said the Senate seat is not up for sale. Tonight's event was expected to raise about $400,000 for the Blumenthal campaign. From Stamford, Obama went to the Democratic National Committee event in Greenwich. That's costing attendees $30,000 apiece. Obama said this will be a tough election. He says people are angry, frustrated, and they're afraid. He also says he understands the throw out the bums mentality. But he also said this is not his vision for the future. In Stamford, Tom Monahan, NBC, Connecticut News.
Now, I have to say, Dick said his opponent may have more money. Dick, she has more money than you.
Blumenthal, whose campaign spots have steered clear of attacking McMahon, won't say if that will change now that the race is getting tighter.
I'm just not going to comment on what we may do in the future based on the polls, which, as you know, can vary week to week.
Another fundraiser was held for the Democratic Party at a private home in Greenwich, a more intimate and costly event at $30,000 a plate, held, by the way, in the same gated community where Linda McMahon lives. A group of protesters managed to get out their message, many of them Tea Party supporters who are against more of the same.
Somebody new. I'd like to take everybody in Washington, throw them out, and put all brand new people in. Establishment. And the establishment, both the Democrats and the Republicans, aren't doing what they need to do for the American people.
So you want somebody new, not an...
Somebody new. I'd like to take everybody in Washington, throw them out, and put all brand new people in. Don't care if they're experts or not, they would probably do a better job than the people in Washington right now.
Okay, thank you. And you see Dick Blumenthal's career policy?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Would you do me a favor and tell me your name, please?
What's the full name?
Yes, please.
Thomas Keslock.
Thomas.
Fox Connecticut's Armin Chaudhary has that side of the story.
While there was a lot of action inside, outside there was as well. Tea Party ralliers gathered from around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They hoped to get the president's attention when he rolled in his motorcade. However, the weather wasn't exactly cooperating with them today. The pouring rain was no match for Tea Party ralliers in Stamford today. Earlier, when it was a bit drier out, at least 100 of them chanted and held up their signs, all waiting for President Barack Obama.
This administration is ripping the guts out of the free market system, taking over the country like a seizure of power, and the people don't matter any longer.
The president's trip to Connecticut had a clear motive to help the Democratic Party in the state, but also throw in his support for Richard Blumenthal, who, as we all know, is fighting for the U.S. Senate seat being vacated by Chris Dodd. Recent poll numbers have shown Blumenthal losing the comfortable edge he once had over his opponent, Linda McMahon. Now the question is whether or not the president's support will help Blumenthal in the end.
I think it'll hurt him. I think if you go down New Jersey, Massachusetts, Virginia, everywhere that he's been in the last 18 months campaigning for people, they've lost.
After the president's stumping here in Stamford, his fundraising efforts continued at a private residence in Greenwich, Connecticut. In Stamford, I'm Armin Chaudhary, Fox, Connecticut.
Tickets to tonight's dinner cost $30 grand a plate. Earlier, supporters paid more than $12,000 for a picture with the president. Now, with all that money flying around, Fox Connecticut's John Charlton had a question.
Blumenthal, you're talking about affordability for the middle class, as stated in the beginning. How can people at home take that seriously when the event tonight costs $1,000 a plate, a picture with the president, $12,400, and then later a $30,000 plate?